चाहिए मुझ में और मेरे सवालों में, बिकॉज मैं तो बहुत सवाल पूछने वाली हूँ. सो आई थिंक दोज 3 things were fully in place. They were really invested in the conversation we had. And like I said, एनिमल्स के बारे में थी तो मैं तो बहुत इंटरेस्टेड थी और मुझे लगा कि मैंने नहीं सोचा ऐसा कि ये मेरी डेब्यू फिल्म है. ये मैं वैसे नहीं सोचती हूँ. मैं अपने आप को बॉक्सेस में डालती ही नहीं हूँ एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग. एंड ठीक है, वो डिफिकल्ट है लोगों को समझने में कि ऐसे कैसे होता है, बिकॉज दिस इज हाउ एवरीवन डज इट, बट आई डोंट. ना मैं खुद को बॉक्स में डालती हूँ ना मैं किसी और को बॉक्स में डालती हूँ. तो मुझे बस ये 3 चीजें अच्छी लगी और मुझे लगा it's a good way to spend my time. It's a good way to spend my time on a set, and that's all that mattered to me.
Anshuman, hi. Anshuman, towards your left.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Russell De Silva from PTI.
Hi, Russell.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So my first question is going back to what you said a little while earlier. That if you are an animal lover, it's kind of hypocritical to eat meat and then claim to be an animal lover. So are you outright saying that whoever is an animal lover who keeps pets, they cannot eat meat, otherwise they need to stop calling themselves an animal lover? Because I myself have pets and I love animals, I can't stop eating meat.
I am nobody here to say anything to anyone. I can only take responsibility for my actions. Like I said before in that answer, I am accountable for what I am thinking, what I am speaking, and what I am doing. And I don't care about anything beyond that, to be honest. Having said that, I shared my journey about what happened because I used to eat fish and I loved fish. I won't lie. I used to love eating fish curry. Victor makes very good fish curry. And वो दिमाग में हो जाता है. See, understand this one simple thing, Russell, that none of us have chosen to be born in the houses we are born in. So everything we do is a byproduct of our conditioning. Now you today can choose to be the smarter person than anybody who's taught you and start making better decisions. That's a call you can take. That's the power only you have. But for that, you need to be accountable for your life. And I think that's a choice. So everything goes from positive choices to good awareness to a better consciousness. So I am not commenting on anyone.
One more question. Would you also agree with this that Mastram was probably the biggest thing you have done till now? I mean, it reached to every nook and cranny in India, and you really became...
The army guys and everyone at the airport love me every time I go.
Yes.
The CRPF, they love it.
So what I would want to know is that obviously doing that it probably would have been a pretty risky proposition considering the industry. It was such an erotic content and people are known to be notorious for typecasting over here. So how risky was the proposition and how rewarding it was that you did not get typecast and it paid off?
Yeah, again, clarity of thought. I knew what it's going to do for me, but like I said in my previous answer, process is very important for me. So the first question to the producers there, Mr. Sunil Bora, was who's going to do intimacy? Because I didn't want to do what the actors were doing outside. I mean, the media has given tags to a lot of actors who do a lot of intimacy, but I never got tagged, and full credit for that will go to the women who came from Hollywood, Amanda and Megan, who directed intimacy in such a safe and happy environment. The aesthetic of that show is better than any intimate thing done in India anywhere, I feel. And it's because you got a foreign crew who was charging probably more than all of us put together, and credit there needs to go to that producer, because I truly believe producers make movies and shows. So credit to those producers for putting their money where their mouth was, making me feel comfortable, making the women feel comfortable, because trust me, intimacy is like dance or action. It's very technical on set. And these women were coming off a show like Game of Thrones and Magicians. You know, these are shows we watch and we look in awe. And now we had the same team working with me. So for me, I don't think ahead. I don't think behind. I think in the moment. And for me, the character of Raja Ram, because it was based on a real life person, was extremely enriching. Because here's a man who's in love with a woman, but to marry her, he needs money. He used to read Shakespeare and Brecht. But he never sold his novels because people said they were boring. So he was forced to write a cult, and to be honest, सबने मस्तराम पढ़ी है, सबके पिताओं ने, uncles ने, जिससे मैं मिलता हूँ ना, सबको पता है. So I also don't like being hypocrite in that way, because everybody has sex here. there is no problem if it's done aesthetically, which is what Mastram did with those two women. So that's the reason I did, and I had no fear because I knew कि इसके बाद मैं कुछ अलग करूँगा and अलग.
Hi, you're holding the mic.